defined as the sum total of decisions. Sum total of decisions. Here the word decision has a lot of importance. They change your direction. So sum total of decisions that direct your educational, social, economic, political, and spiritual endeavors and reflect your unique personality characteristics and basic life values. This all together makes the career, the path you are walking on, and the people looking around you while you are making your livelihood. Now, we are clear with the word career. Now, career opportunities in agro processing. So let us get a little bit clarified about the word agro processing. What is food? It is any substance consumed to provide nutritional support for an organism. Probably you people may have question in your mind why you are going with food, agriculture, processing, because you want to make career. And if the word food is there in your career, then you can have so many different options to look around. What? Because as long as the life is there, food is required. So it is any substance consumed to provide nutritional support to live the life. It is usually of plant, animal, or fungal origin. Now here you will know why we are discussing this. Plant mean agriculture, animal means allied sector of agriculture, and fungal, which is a microbial word. So it can be plant, animal, or fungal origin. And why? Because it contains essential nutrients. And which are those? Carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, and minerals. All these are required to live the life. And we get through these different sources. And all this together becomes a food. So as long as you want to live this life on this earth, you require food. Now, agriculture, also called as farming. It is keeping animals and growing crops for food, plant and animal. So it is keeping animals and growing crops for food. Purpose is for food. It is also the science, art, or practice of cultivating the soil, producing crops, and raising livestock, and in varying degrees, the preparation and marketing of the resulting products. Now here, sometimes we are call it as a science, sometimes we are calling it as an art, and also we are calling it as a practice. The one who practice is a farmer. He may have a art of doing the farming. He may have a background of science to do that. So it all involves agriculture. Now processing. The general meaning of the processing. The act of preparing, changing, or treating food or natural substance as a part of an industrial operation. Like when you do the processing, for example, tea processing, for example, tea making, for example, rice making. So, depending upon your intention, preparing, changing, or treating, the series of actions one, two, three, the series of actions that are taken to change raw materials during the production of goods. So whatever the actions we are changing to convert the form of raw material into some useful, valuable form, then we call it as a processing. Now, food, agriculture, processing, in all these words comes under the word agro-processing. Now, what is agro-processing? Agro-processing is also called as food processing. Food processing is defined as the transforming of agricultural products. Whatever we are having, the produce from the farm, when we are changing its form from raw material to any useful material. So, transforming agricultural products into food that are in consumable form, that are in consumable form, or transforming one food atom into another by adding value to it. This is the definition given by Government of India, that is Ministry of Food Processing, in a very large outlook. Now, here we are just paying little attention, transforming agricultural product. For example, you are having a paddy or you are having a groundnut. Now, if you want to, you cannot consume paddy as a grain. So you have to take out the shell of the paddy. You have to give some polish to that grain, and then you have to do some grading. And all these actions, why we are making? To make that paddy in a consumable form of a rice grain. Or we may transform one food atom into another by adding value to it. For example, you are having a farm produce milk and you want to convert it into some valuable form such as a sweets. So you are transforming its form by putting some actions over it, and all these actions is food processing. Based on physical properties of the final product, the Ministry of Food Processing Industry categorizes food processing under two subcategories. One is the manufactured processes and the other is value added processes. In manufactured processes, whereby the original physical properties of the product undergo a change through a process involving employees, power, machines, or money. To do these changes, to manufacture any product from it, you have to involve so many people, energy, machine, and money. And that's why we call it as a manufacturing process. And the transformed product is edible and has a commercial value. Transformed product is edible and has a commercial value. Other value added processes are where the product does not undergo any manufacturing process the way we did here, but gains significant value addition like increased shelf life, shelled and ready for consumption. For example, cashew. You are converting cashew into kaju katli. The price of cashew is just 1000 rupees kg. You are putting sugar into it to make a katli. So the price of sugar is 40 rupees kg. To make kaju katli, you require 1 kg cashew and 1 kg sugar. Now, equal proportion. The price of cashew is 1000 rupees. Price of sugar is 40 rupees. The total cost 1040 plus processing cost maybe another 60, 1200 rupees. The price of kaju katli in the market is 1000 rupees a kg. So you are making 2 kg kaju katli means 2000 rupees. So here it is a value added process to that material. Depending on the type and extent of value addition, it can be categorized as primary processing, secondary processing, or tertiary processing. Now, what is primary processing? It relates to conversion of raw commodity to one that is fit for consumption. It involves steps such as drying, threshing, cleaning, grading, sorting, packing, etc. Secondary processing. Secondary processing involves creation of value-added products like bread, wine, sausage. Now, when you are getting a grain, wheat grain from the farm, and you are converting into, you are threshing then winnowing, cleaning, packing, and putting into the bag. So that is the primary processing, and the grain is ready for the sale or to consume. Secondary processing, from the same wheat, you are converting it into the flour to make a bread. You are converting fruit into wine. You are converting the material into perishable material into the sausage. So this is secondary processing. Now what is tertiary processing? The large scale commercial production of ready to eat food items has brought in another category to food processing, and we call it as a tertiary processing. Now bread is okay, but if you can convert the same wheat flour into noodles and they are just cooked within a minute or two or three, then that processing is a tertiary processing. Friends, I just want to make clear, because we are having a very different audience participants, and they are having the different professions they are. You may be BSc Agri, BSc Horticulture, BSc Forestry, Agriculture Engineering, food science and technology, or maybe dairy science and technology. Whatever may be the qualification, whether you are food science, whether food science and technology, food engineering, food process engineering, processing and food engineering, post harvest technology, post harvest and food processing, dairy and food engineering, fish processing, meat processing, animal product processing. All these, based on their course curriculum, they may have some of the major things and some of the minor things. But if you look to the basic of that, they are all working on agro produce. And when you are processing agro produce, we call it as a agro processing. And when you are converting into a food, then we call it as a food processing. Actually, agro processing and food processing, they can be interchangeable. The meaning is the same, whether when you are handling any biological material which is going to be used as a food, it is a processing for food. Now, opportunities. What is the meaning of opportunity? The meaning of the opportunity, that when you are living in this earth, and when you are looking to the different things, and some of the things are valuable for you, you find the some value into it. The moment you know the value, and if you try to walk, try to develop your career into that, then you feel that yes, I can make money from this opportunity. Now, as far as food processing is concerned, henceforth, instead of using the word agro processing, with your kind permission, as I talked that what food processing involves all those sectors I listed here. So I'm using the word agro processing for the comfort of you and me. Now, if you see, if you want to look opportunity, let us look to the global food today. What they are looking for, where we have a chance to make money. So you have to look around, uh, observe it, analyze it, and then work out it. For example, if we want to survive, these are the global scenario, and the Africa sub-Saharan, they are simply depending on the carbohydrate staples, like whatever the farm produce we are having, you are just using them as a food, the same food. Look to the mass market where everybody wants to buy it. Basically, India, China, and Latin America. Now they are looking for dairy, meat, fresh fruits, fruit juices, beverages. So whatever farm produce we were having, you are trying to convert it and adding value to it, so that you can have a mass market. So this is India, China, and Latin America. Let us go one step further. Eastern Europe, what they are looking for? They are looking for convenience food service, snacking, and quality and hygiene. So, convenience foods, snacks, and prepared meals. If you can have a good quality, good hygiene into that, and it is convenient for that consumer, then it is the Eastern Europe when we are looking to the globe. And let us go to the high technology. You remember the word we have used, tertiary processing, high technology. And here, the diet, functional, and organic foods, these are the parameters in the focus. Diet means calories, what amount it is giving, how it is giving, is it having any problem, whether it is a functional, whether it is organic. So you are becoming more aware about your food and health. And these countries are the Japan, North America, Western Europe, and Australia. Now you decide when you are in the food processing whether you want to be here, you want to catch these people, you want to catch these people, or you want to catch these people. And these are the opportunities to make money while making your career as a agro processing or food processing. Now, this is the scenario of the food processing. China, 30% of the food produced is processed. 30% of the total agro produce produced in the country is processed. Western countries, 60 to 80% of their farm produce is processed. Now you remember when I use the word farm produce, this is including animal and fisheries. So Western countries, 60 to 80% of the total produce is processed. Now, processing of agro produce, Thailand 30%, Brazil 70%, Philippines 78%, Malaysia 80%. And looking to these four, India merely 10%. Merely 10%. So here you want to make the benefit of the circumstances. If you want to make money from the opportunity lies here because processing is only 10%. I will come to why we shall look this as an opportunity. I am going to come to that. Now, processing of fruits and vegetables. Philippines, now from agro produce, we are just concentrating on the perishable fruits and vegetables, the farm produce, which is highly perishable compared to the grains. So Philippines 78%, USA 65%, China 23%, and India 2.2. From 10 to 2.2 when we are considering only fruits and vegetables. So just 20% of this 10. Now, processing of agro produce in India, based on 2007, the numbers might have changed, but they may be more or less plus minus little bit here or there. Milk, we are 35%, meat 21%, poultry 6%, and fruit and veg 2.2%. This 35% means of the total production. Suppose you are having 100 liters of milk, then only 35 liters you are processing it. The 65-liter, you are selling it as a fresh without adding any processing like a secondary or tertiary processing. Meat, 21%. Suppose you are producing 100 kg meat, then 21 kg meat is only processed further and packed. The remaining is just sold as a fresh. Poultry, only 6%. And fruits and vegetables, 2.2%. Why I am discussing these numbers? Why I am saying in terms of percent? That means if it is a 35%, milk is perishable, you can go to these numbers from 35 to even 75, and then there you are having a scope for processing. Same thing, meat, highly perishable, only 21%. You can go to the tune of 50, 60, 70% to process it, and you can make money from it. Poultry, only 6%. There is a Vasco. The numbers you have seen for the world as well as for the country. Now let us come to the agriculture, where we are, what strength we are having. India has 2.4% of the total land area of the world, 4% of world's arable land, and we are supporting 16.7% of the world population. 16.7% of the world population. And this number can go higher. Do you know why? Because you are having a very less processing. The moment you increase the processing, it will be exported and it will go to the different part of the world. Agricultural contributes 17.4% of the gross value added, employs 50% of the workforce, and sustains the life of more than 55% of the population. So 55% of the people of the country are depending on agriculture, or agriculture sustains their life, provides the livelihood. India produces, now look to these numbers. When I was saying this, now look to these numbers. 285 million tons of food grains, 310 million tons of fruits and vegetables, and ranks second in the world. That means on this earth, we are number two as long as the production of these material, which are basically food material required to live the life, is produced by this country at the rank of number two. Now let us look in detail. Banana 25.7%, papayas 43.6%, and mangoes 40.4%. These numbers are the production of the total world production. One fourth of the bananas are produced by this country. About 40% of the papayas merely produced by this country, and mangoes also 40%. Vegetable production. We are first in ginger and okra. We are second in potatoes, onions, cauliflowers, brinjals, and cabbages. So, friends, we need bananas, we need papayas, we know mangoes in our daily diet, we need ginger and okra to live the life, and we also need potatoes, onions, cauliflowers, brinjals, and cabbages. When I use the word we, I am using the word we in a very larger sense. As a human being, you require all those things, and you are having a chance to look to these, enter into the segment of processing, and supply this to the whole of the world. And while doing so, while doing this noble cause, you have a chance also to make a lot of money. Indian produce have unique aroma, flavor, taste, nutritional properties, and health benefits. Now these are the good things. Where we are lacking, we are losing 1 lakh crore rupees every year. Our budget is much more lower than this. 1 lakh crore rupees every year, and this could be the money can go back to the farming community in a pipeline. The moment we try to reduce, try to work to prevent the losses. The meaning post harvest losses means the crop has been harvested, the journey has started, and while reaching it to the consumer, it is losing. The importance of food processing. Now, everybody, because of the nucleus family, family of four, husband, wife, son, and daughter. Son works somewhere in Bangalore, daughter works somewhere in Pune, and husband and wife staying in Nasik. So again, they are staying at different places. And because they are working, typical fast life, everybody wants to save the time in cooking, and they are looking for the processed food items. Food consumption pattern has changed with the higher income, urbanization, demographic shifts, improved transportation, and changed consumer perceptions regarding quality and safety. Friends, don't you look at these points where the opportunity for the processing of food is very much hidden? You need to have an eye to look below that. Higher income, so anybody can buy your processed product. Urbanization, fast life, nobody has time. Demographic shifts, improved transportation, like you can transport anywhere you want to take your product, and consumer perceptions for quality and safety. Everybody nowadays talking about organic. So just look to these different words, see the opportunity lying below it, and try to make. In addition to all these, nowadays advertising through mass media and social media is also found to have led to higher demand led food processing industry, and it has a tremendous growth. Overall per capita sales of packaged and processed foods nearly doubled from 31 US dollars in 2012 to 57.7 US dollars in 2018. See the rise. This is million US dollars from this number 30 to 60, and within a period of only 5 years. So there is ample opportunity, good scope for processing the food material and convert it into processed food or packaged food. Now let us have a look to the country as far as food processing is concerned. Maharashtra, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, and Uttar Pradesh, they are having a 50% of the share of the country. The remaining are just somewhere below 5 6. And among all these, Maharashtra is leader. 40% of the total country's product is processed in Maharashtra. Let us have a look to the trade of processed food. These are the different categories, and this is the share in the processing. Meat and meat products, 18% of the total produce of the country is processed. Fish and fish products, 13%. Fruit, 9%. Vegetable and animal oil and fats, 14. Dairy products, 10. Grain meal products, 5. Starches, 2. Prepared animal feed, 3. Bakery products, 4. Sugar, 3. Cocoa, 6, and others. So here we are having a good scope. These numbers are this share of the total in the world, where how much we are dealing with this. So if you see bakery, just 4. Prepared animal feed, 3. Because the other countries, they are ahead of it, and our share is very less. Now from the country, let us come to the state where we are living or where we are making our career. Maharashtra's economy is primarily agricultural and rural. Agriculture is a major occupation of the people in Maharashtra. Both food and cash crops are grown in the state. Maharashtra is the largest contributor to India's GSDP, a large industrial base with 11% share of industrial sector. Our state is very fortunate because we are having 9 agroclimatic zones. That's why in Maharashtra you can produce anything, anything. In addition to these long 9 agroclimatic zones, we are fortunate to have a 720-kilometer long coastline along the Arabian Sea. So in addition to these zones, we are also fortunate to have this where you can have a good production of marine products. Mumbai, the capital of Maharashtra, houses the headquarters of most of the major corporate and financial institutions. When you are listening, maybe from anywhere, or you may be staying anywhere besides Maharashtra, just look, if you want to make a career, how Maharashtra will be helpful to you, because most of the corporate and financial institutions of the country are located in the Mumbai. So it is convenient for you. India's main stock exchanges and capital market and commodity exchanges are also located in Mumbai. One, two, well developed infrastructure, abundant natural resources, connectivity to all major areas, and in addition to these, skilled human resource make it an ideal investment destination to make food processing as a career. This is just if many of you are not aware, just to revisit that we are having 9 climatic zones. This is South Konkan, North Konkan. Then this line is this one, Western Ghat. Then we are having two transition zones, transition zone 1, transition zone 2. Then this is a scarcity zone, low assured rainfall. Then this is assured rainfall. Then this is moderate rainfall zone, and this is the eastern Vidarbha. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are the 9 agroclimatic zones. More agroclimatic zones means more variation, more production of the different types, different materials. And you can look, even if you choose any one material, one agricultural commodity, you can become a millionaire. Major strengths of Maharashtra's food processing industry lies cereals, rice, wheat, nutri-cereals, pearl millet, bajra, sorghum, then finger millet, and many other millets. Friends, just for your knowledge, I, because of these words millet, I got something in my mind to share with you. Finger millet is produced in Maharashtra, Karnataka, and some tribal areas of the other part of the world where there is a slopy land. And for your knowledge, Karnataka has more production of finger millet than Maharashtra. But do you know, for your knowledge, all the proso millet, we call it as a bhagar. Do you know where it is processed? All the proso millet, wherever it is produced in the country, travels to the Nasik and Ghoti, most probably Nasik, Satpur area, and it is processed there, and then it goes back to the different destinations. So this one single crop will tell you how the food processing and the monopoly about the skills and knowledge can change the scenario. Proso millet travels all the way to the Nasik, get processed, and then goes back. The pohe making, more larger units are in Gujarat. All the rice travels from the other parts to the Gujarat, and then it goes back to the different, like this. Fruits and vegetables, mangoes, bananas, grapes, oranges, onion, and tomatoes. Oilseeds, groundnut, sunflower, soybean. Pulses, pigeon pea, chickpea, green gram, black gram. Commercial crop, sugar and cotton. You know that we are number one in the country as far as sugar cane is concerned. We are also quite ranked third or fourth in cotton. Livestock and fisheries, milk, fisheries, meat, and eggs. So these are the different areas where you can look for making a business in the food processing in Maharashtra. Farm crops, cereals, 68 lakh tons, pulses, 14 lakh tons, groundnut 0.3 point 0.3, cotton almost 40 lakh tons, sugarcane, see the number 692, almost 700 lakh tons. Pigeon pea 6, soybean 25, grapes 22. So these are the production figures of the state, and these are maybe just 4 5 years old, and these numbers goes on changing. But this indicates you where you can look for opportunity to enter into food processing. Fruit crops, the Maharashtra, mango 2 lakh hectare, orange 1 lakh, sweet orange 0.5 lakh hectare, pomegranate 1 lakh hectare, banana 1 lakh hectare, sapota 0.18, and grapes 1 lakh hectare. The moment you know the area, then you can look that from this area, I am going to give you the production figure also of these fruits and vegetables. And you can choose anyone depending on where you want to make money, where you want to concentrate. For example, grapes, then it could be Nasik and Sangli. But if it is orange, it could be Nagpur. If it is mango, it may be Parbhani or Konkan. If it is banana, could be Jalgaon. Like this, you have to, or pomegranate, maybe Solapur, Nasik. These are the production numbers. Grapes 21, pomegranate 10, cashew 2.5, sapota 4.7, banana 48, citrus 17.6, papaya 5, 3.2. And what I did, I have organized for you in a descending order. This is the share of this crop in the country. For example, 83% of the total grapes produced in the country is produced by Maharashtra only. 70% of the total pomegranates produced in the country are produced by Maharashtra only. Pomegranate. Cashew, 30%. So these three, like as far as the raw material supply, you can look for the processing as the major share. And also where you are having the less numbers, you can also see the opportunity there to convert them into more production as well as processing. Vegetables, onion 58 lakh ton, cauliflower 8, cabbage 6, tomato 12, brinjal 9 7, okra 2, and spices 30%. And the share in the country 30 10, like this. The highly perishables, dairy and poultry, total number of livestock we are having in Maharashtra 325 lakh. Total number of poultry 778 lakh. Total production of milk 123 lakh metric tons. This is not liter, metric tons. Total production of fish 5.8 lakh metric ton. Marine 4.34 and 1.46 is inland. Marine fishing area 1.12 lakh square kilometer. Fish landing centers 173, fish seed production centers 30, and the spawn production capacity is 2414 lakh. So you can, these numbers are not just for the sake of updating your knowledge. These numbers you have to look them where, which number attracts you and you can make money from it. Geographical indication of agriculture products. As I said, Nasi grapes, Jalgaon banana and brinjal, Nagpur orange, Jalna sweet orange, Marathwada kesar mango, Dahanu Golwad chikku, Solapur pomegranate, Mahabaleshwar strawberry, Vengurla cashew, Sindhudurg and Ratnagiri for kokum, Beed custard apple, Purandar fig, Sangli raisins and turmeric, Dondaicha red chili, Kolhapur jaggery, Hajra Gansal rice, Satara ginger, Lasalga onion, Bivapur chili, Mangalveda jawar, and Navapur turdal. So these are the pockets where they are having the good clusters for their production or processing. They are popular. They got the geographical indication. Processing clusters. Chili powder processing, Nandurbar, Dhule, Pune, and Kolhapur. Jaggery, Kolhapur, Satara, Pune. fruit processing, Pune and Aurangabad. These clusters have been identified based on where they are having more processing units, and this survey is done by Ministry of Food Processing Industries, New Delhi. So when we use the word fruit processing, you will find more numbers in Pune and Aurangabad. This doesn't mean that the fruit processing is not done anywhere else, but here there are very large clusters. Numbers: beverages, Nasik, Raigad, Solapur; pulses, Jalgaon, Akola, Nagpur; bakery products, Greater Mumbai in the largest, Jalgaon and Jalna; rice mills, Gondia, Bhandara, Gadchiroli; and prepared foods, Dhule and Bid. Here, the meaning of the prepared food means all those uh, uh, papad, kurkure, and all those things, like the processed foods you are making in a self-help groups, and then you are selling it. Now, this is just for your knowledge. List of food parks and industrial areas if you are looking in the state, and I have just organized it alphabetically. So we start with Aurangabad Mega Food Park, Paitan Mega Food Park Private Limited. It is in a 44 hectares. Aurangabad Industrial Estate, Siddheshwar Cooperative Industrial Estate in a 7 hectare. Beed Food Park, Kada Gramodyog Cooperative Industrial Estate in 3 hectare. Another Yogeshwari Cooperative Industrial Estate in 7 hectare. Buldhana Industrial Estate, Govindrao Bhatia Cooperative Industrial Estate 5 hectare. Another in Gondia Industrial Estate, Gondia Industrial Area 146 hectare, quite large industrial area. Jalgaon Industrial Estate, Sauda Faizpur Parisar Cooperative Industrial Estate 5.39. And when we are saying this, these industrial estates prioritarily will be available for food processing also, or food processing clusters. Nasik Food Park, additional Vinchuru Industrial Area 68 hectare, Sri Samarth Cooperative Industrial Estate 15 hectare. Raigad, Taloja Industrial Estate, 907 hectare, close to Mumbai, close to Konkan, close to JNPTT, and you are having both the options whether you want to reach by air. I mean, you want to market by air or market by water, that is sea. Both the options available. Raigad, Special Economic Zone, ACZ, JNPT, 277 hectare. Satara Mega Food Park, Satara Mega Food Park Private Limited, 26 hectares. Satara, another food park, Koina Cooperative Industrial Estate, 3 hectares. Thane Industrial Area, Ambernath Industrial Area, 480 hectares. Wardha Mega Food Park, Wardha Mega Food Park Private Limited, 23 hectares. And Yavatmal Food Park, Tukaram Rajappa Padgilwar Cooperative Industrial Estate, 3 hectares. Now, this list I am giving depending upon the type of crop you are choosing and the area you want to go. Then these are the different lists. These infrastructures are available through Government of Maharashtra to start any food processing industry. Now, promotion. In addition to this, what Government of Maharashtra is saying, state government announced a package scheme of incentives. The scheme covers cold storages and mechanized food or agro-processing industries in addition to other industries. Suppose you are having any other industries, or in your family somebody having some industry, so they are giving incentives that okay, you can also start or add besides that a food processing industry. It offers financial incentives linked to fixed capital, industrial promotion subsidy, industrial IPS, industrial proportion subsidy, exemption from electricity duty, waiver of stamp duty, power tariff subsidy, capital subsidy to MSME for technology upgradation, quality certification, cleaner production, and so many. Quantum of these incentives varies with turnover and location of the industry depending upon where you are selecting. For example, if you are going to JNPT ACZ, then you may have so many things available there. But if you are going in a typical industrial estate or food park, depending upon the norms for those areas, based on geographical limitations, these may vary. Now, friends, I tried to tell you uh, what is food processing, what the strength the country is having, what the potential country and the state is having. Now, here I am just taking a pause and giving you a pause to think. Don't bother whether you are BSc Agri, BSc Horticulture, BSc Forestry, BTech Agriculture Engineering, BTech Food Technology, BTech Biotechnology, or whatever profession you have choose for your degree, UG degree, or whatever PG you are doing. You can have a chance to look to the opportunity and make the money. And whatever the degree you are having, it is a basic qualification. Still, you can acquire the skills to choose or to decide or to switch over or to develop or to make your profession, to make your bright livelihood. Now, when you think as a career, there are basically three things in mind. The first choice, shall I go for service or a job, or shall I do the business? As I saw that that fellow became a rich within 5 or 10 years, and now he is a millionaire by doing business. Why I shall not do that? Or shall I be my own business, self-employed? There are two differences in these two words I am going to make clear. So, shall I be a self-employed for myself and make money? So, decide. Normally, many people go for this. So that's why it is a green color. Very click. You don't have much stress in your mind. Easy. Here, a little risk is there. So compared to service, this is little hardship is there. Okay. And to be on your own is much more better than business, and that is self-employment. But you require a lot of skills to be a self-employed. You have to work more hard than even to run a business. So less hardship, little hardship, and more hardship. So think on this, and then I am just going to tell you uh, in a different way that how you could be a good food processing entrepreneur, good food processing entrepreneur, a good agro processing entrepreneur. When you are looking for service or job, it could be academic, that is teaching. You could be a researcher or scientist. You can join any bank or government services. You can join any extension services like NGOs and all others. Or you can join any agro producing companies as a job, your service. If you look for business as an entrepreneur, you could be manufacturer, you could be processor, you could be supplier, you could be value addition, you could be marketing advisor, digital. Now manufacturer could be anything, whether machine or product or anything. Processor, like you can do any processing. For example, you are buying the grains from one fellow, or sorry, so many villages, then you are just doing a little processing, that is like a cleaning, grading and packing. Still you are a processor. You could be a supplier. You are buying from one place and supplying to the other. For example, in this COVID corona, many people through digitally brought the fruits and vegetables and other food material from collecting from the different farming and supplying into the different big malls and big apartments into the cities. So you could be a supplier. You could be a value addition by changing the form of that product. You can be a value addition, or you can be a marketing advisor to all these fellows choosing this as a career, and you provide the advice to them, technical advice. You can do the surveying and all those things. Now, self-employment. You are a consultant. You are quality control assurance. The meaning here is you can do some courses of quality assurance, and then you can do the inspections. You can provide the certificates to them, and the job is your own. The way you go to the any license fellow for your driving license, and he gives you everything, right? So like that. So you could be a surveyor. For example, the many crop damages are there. So you can provide technical services to the government, to the private agencies, to the bank, and to the different organizations, those who are looking to have the product inspected, and they want to have the report. So you could be a surveyor, or you could be the inspector for factories, organizations, farms. For example, you want to provide the organic certification, so you can do the inspections. You can have your own firm. Then you could be a trainer. Like so many people, they need some training, so you can have your own training institute, trading institute. Trading, you can enter into the trading like marketing. You can do the training like supplier trading, but you here your own, here it could be like a business. And you may have your import export. So choice is yours. As a career where you're looking, whether you want to enter in this sector, in this zone, or in this zone, you decide. Think twice on it. Once you decide, be firm on it and try to work. Definitely you will get success. Now, our agro produce, our farm produce, I'm just trying to make you simple. Suppose you are a BS agriculture, or by chance you are having a degree in some another discipline, and you want to enter into the food processing. Now, what the farm produces, what operations it is involved. Now, I will take little more on this slide, because the moment you know these four segments, the career, business, and opportunities, everything will be much simple. You will go with a light mind, and your microprocessor will start thinking. Your antennas will be more sensitive. Harvesting and threshing, field drying, transport, cleaning and grading, storage, marketing, processing, value addition, export import. Now, this is the journey of the any biological material from its farm, dairy, or fishery. You do the harvesting and threshing. Then, depending upon the type of crop, if they are the grains, it is field drying. If there are fruits and vegetables, it is a pre-cooling. Then transport, then cleaning and grading or pre-packing, whatever it is, depending upon the type of commodity, type of farm produce. Then storage, it may be either at the farm or it may be at the marketing. Then it is going to the marketing. Then from marketing, it may go for processing. Then it goes to the value addition, further value addition, and then the business, export or import, wherever it is going to the different stores. Now, the material. Now, these are the operations you have to keep in your mind, that when you are going to handle the farm produce, that is a biological material, then it is going to move from these different operations. So you can decide where you want to be. Then material, biological, so life is limited. Deterioration, because being biological, deterioration starts from day one. Spoilage and the shelf life. Every commodity has, depending upon its uh, biological contents, moisture, temperature, RH, the shelf life will be dependent. For example, we are having grains, they are having more shelf life of 12 months, but the fruits and vegetables may be a week or few days. Now, you have to keep, in addition to this, you have to keep another thing in your mind. Being it is a biological material, it is always uh, respiring. It is taking oxygen and leaving CO2. So day by day, because it has been detached from its medium, because of respiration, there is a loss in weight. There is addition into the moisture. There is addition into the heat. Respiration produces two things. It produces heat and it adds moisture to the system. In addition to that, product is in surrounding temperature, relative humidity. These are the environment factors. Then, being it is a biological and in the surrounding uh, environment, it is having microbial changes, chemical changes, physical changes. So you have to keep all these things in your mind when you are entering any kind of food processing business. Now, desire this produce, this farm produce, everybody is looking for good quality and also good quantity, and it must have a good life. These are the desired for that particular product. How we can do that? In addition to these three, many people wants to have a different variety of those products. Also, they want to see that how I can make use of byproduct, how I can utilize the waste, and also how I can do the value addition. For example, here product and byproduct. When you are doing the rice processing, you are doing the polishing. So after taking out the shell, what the rice is called as brown rice. The moment you take out the outer layer, which is called as the bran, then that brown rice becomes white rice, which is desired for edible purposes. The moment you take out the bran, that bran is having 16 to 19% oil. 16 to 19% oil. And if we can extract the oil from that bran, then that byproduct becomes valuable. That byproducts become valuable. So everybody wants to make utilize of the byproducts also. Waste utilization. How we can utilize the rice husk? Rice husk is having more than 90% silica. More than 90% silica. This is one thing. Second thing, to make the solar cells, silica is the major ingredient, right? And it can be obtained from that rice husk ash. Rice husk ash. So it could be utilized. You can utilize the rice husk for making boards. You can make the pellets for burning. So different things. So everybody is interested. The desire is there to make the money, utilization of the waste. And also last is the addition. Now, these are the operations. This is the type of material. These are the factors controlling it. And these are the desire. So to do all these, what expertise is required? You require engineering for harvesting or threshing or drying or transport. You require technology to process. You need to know the biochemistry of that product, whether you want to make wine or anything, whatever you want to make. You need to know the microbiology. You need to know the crop agronomy and botany to design these machines for these. Entomology, whenever you are storing those products, storage insects and all those things. You need to know the commerce and economics also, because you want to become a rich, and you need to know all these to manage them. So all these different aspects either can have one person, he can acquire it, or you can have to work in a team, whether it is a job, whether it is a business, or whether it is a self-employed. But whenever you are working on farm produce, you may have to need the resource persons for these things. So either acquire the skills and hire them whenever you want to need it. Now these are the sectors. If you want to enter into the food processing industry, as per Ministry of Food Processing Industry, these are the different sectors: fruits and vegetable, food grain, dairy products, processing of poultry and eggs, meat and meat products, fish processing, then bread, oilseed, meals, breakfast foods, malt extract, protein extract, winning food, extruded food, all these tertiary processing, beer, including non-alcoholic beer, alcoholic drinks, aerated water, soft drinks, and other processed foods. And in addition to all these, you will be surprised to know that specialized packaging is also comes under the food processing industry. Whatever the specialized package you are developing to pack anything is also a part of food processing industry. Now, when you consider fruits and vegetables, these are the different units you can think to begin with, whether beverages, juices, slices, pulp, frozen and dehydrated products, concentrates, wine, potato chips, vapors, etc. Milk and dairy, skim milk powder, whole milk powder, condensed milk, butter, ghee, and condensed milk. Meat and poultry, egg powder, only a couple of units are there, frozen and packed mainly in fish form. Fisheries, fresh and canned products mainly in fresh form. Consumer industry, confectionery, chocolates, soft drinks, aerated beverages. Grain and cereals, flour, starch, glucose, cornflakes, bakeries, biscuits, malted foods, pasta foods, beer and malt extracts, grain-based alcohol. So these are the different units, they are existing and you can look for them, or you can even go ahead of that by doing the value addition. Now what the challenges this sector is having, food processing, there is gaps in supply chain infrastructure, lack of primary processing, storage and distribution facilities, inadequate link between production and processing, seasonality of operations and low capacity utilizations, institutional gaps in supply chain, inadequate focus on quality and safety standards, lack of product development and innovations. Friends, this is, don't look to these points as a negative. I am just making you alert. If you are clever enough, if you are wise enough, you really want to become a millionaire, then you always try to look the opportunity where there is lacking something. Lack of primary processing means scope is there. Lack of storage means scope is there. Lack of distribution facilities means scope is there. Inadequate link between production and processing. So you can be a part between these two. Use any technique, tools and techniques, digital or whatever way, but you could be the person looking for opportunity to link this. Seasonability of operations and low capacity utilizations. So here you could be again link. Seasonability of operations means how you can advise them instead of going for one any product processing, how he can in the same unit make use of three or four products so that your unit could run for at least 250 days in a year. So you can't have a supply of any agricultural commodity for throughout the 12 months. So you have to decide, you work on it, and how you can involve three four different items, commodities as a processing unit, and season wise you can go on processing so that you are running your unit for more than 250 days. Institutional gaps in supply chain, you could be part, find out the gaps where and you concentrate on it, develop yourself, adopt the technology, adopt the resources, and enter into that business. Inadequate focus on quality and safety standards. For example, those who wants to join in the service or in consultancy, the first one or the last one. If you are researcher or scientist, you can develop good quality and safety standards. If you are having a good knowledge and you have developed your skills as a technician, you could be a consultant to the persons and the organizations to provide the standards. You can develop your own lab to develop the standards and sell those standards, provide those standards by buying money, the way many people give their recipes to develop the products. The lack of product development and innovation. Now see, in addition to these two, I'm just telling, there is not lot of product development. There is a vast scope to develop products. For example, in this COVID, so many people came with so many kadas. Don't you think that those kadas are also products? If you can make a ready to serve sachet, just put it into water, boil it, and serve it. So, lack of product development and innovation. And I'm always telling, गरज ही शोधाची जननी असते. Wherever there is lacking, you are having a lot of opportunities. COVID, if there would not have been a COVID, then people might not have known so many kadas. So, opportunity, COVID has provided the opportunity to develop so many kadas. So, friends, I'm just tell you that you have decided, no matter what you are at the moment, but if you feel that, yes, I can enter into this sector, I can give a good food to my fellow human beings through the processing of food. And if you are choosing this food processing industry, food processing as a career, then these are the institutions available which are providing degree courses in food science and technology. These are available on the website. I'm just taking to highlight you those who are not looking from that angle. There are so many institutes providing degree in the food science and technology. If you don't want to go for any degree, but still you can achieve the expertise through some trainings, because to live the life you require some good education, and education in the form of degree. To make the livelihood, you acquire some skills and trainings, and you can make livelihood no matter what kind of degree you are having. These are the institutes related with dairy, meat, and fisheries, and these are the specialized institutes, uh, basically providing more knowledge in depth as far as the processing of food is concerned. College of Food Science and Technology. This is the first college in Maharashtra and in the country which was offering the degree in the food science and technology. So it is a pioneer. Central Food Technology Research Institute, Mysore, which is very popular. They are offering training. They provide consultancy. They give you the project report and everything as far as food is concerned. Department of Agriculture and Food Engineering, IIT Kharagpur. National Institute of Food Technology, Entrepreneurship and Management, NIFTEM. This is developed by Ministry of Food Processing Industry. Indian Institute of Food Processing Technology, IIFPT. This is also developed by food processing. Post Harvest Management, Killa Roha, DBS KKV Dapole. This is one of the institute providing management diploma in the 5 different subjects of agriculture. And this is the first of its kind in the country. College of Food Processing and Technology and Bioenergy, Anand. This is one of the best college to achieve anything in food processing, food engineering, food technology, food bioengineering, food quality, everything. They are having a very nice backup of labs and the large laboratories. College of Agriculture Engineering and Post Harvest Technology, Sikkim. This is under the Central Agricultural University of ICR for the Northeast, and this is one of the good college providing a good degree in the agriculture engineering and post harvest technology. Friends, I was trying to mention you, no matter what degree you are having, I am happy today that you people took the interest to listen about the career opportunities in food processing. Now, I'm just going to tell you a bit little. No matter what you are, you can become a successful entrepreneur by I'm just going to tell you the top 10 successful entrepreneurs in the area of food processing. Top 10. There are so many, but I have just chosen 10 so that it will click in your mind. Yes, I can be like that. So these are the 10 fellows. And for your knowledge, I have given their educational qualifications also. And you will find that those who are the successful entrepreneurs in the food processing, they are not really the food process engineer or food technologist. Food process engineers or food technologists. Let us begin with Sri Vilas Shinde. Everybody of you by this time aware that he is the most successful uh, farmer producer company in the country and in the Asia. In the country and in the Asia. I am proud of him. But his degree, if you see, he is having a master's in soil water conservation engineering. And he is number one now in food processing all over the world. Sri Jitendra Singh Rawal, BSc Agri, Universal Starch Chem Allied Private Limited, Dondaicha. They produce different products from the processing of corn or maize. And this is the first factory of the country, started in 60s. First factory. The person is BSc Agri. Sri Prakash Chordia. Everybody knows Prakash Chordia by the name Praveen Masale Pune. Again BSc Agri. So Agricos and having a industry in processing. Sri Gangurde Sri Krishna. BSc Agri. Broilers, poultry feed, Chandwat. Late R.O. Patil. I am proud of this fellow. He did BSc Agri, and immediately after the BSc Agri, he didn't go for any job. Government of Maharashtra was having a scheme at that time. Those who want to start their service centers, they will be provided the training through Maharashtra Agro Industrial Development Corporation, and they can start any agro service center to make agent as a supply of inputs to the farmers. And this person who started Nirmal Seeds, which is one of the popular seed business in the country, they are having a very large seed production and seed processing units, not only in the country, out of the country also. Out of the country also. Santosh Karale, agriculture engineer, Nihara Agrotech Pune, manufacture the processing, food processing machinery. Not only machinery, they provide the total unit, total service, turnkey operation. See, MTech agriculture engineering, successful agriculture engineer who was with the Mapro in Mahabaleshwar. Now he is having his own unit. In addition to that, he is also providing technical services to the Mapro. Mapro fellow doesn't want to leave him, so he became so valuable. So in addition to run his own business, he is also working for Mapro independently. Sri Lagad Umesh, BTech Agriculture Engineering, Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Marketing Company, Pune, young entrepreneur. Actually, I didn't have a chance to talk with this fellow, but I'm proud of him because somebody told his name, and he's a young entrepreneur and dealing with this. Then Sri Shah Jais, BTech Agriculture Engineering, Krishna Great Storage Systems in Pune. I'm proud of these two fellows. They are my students, Sri Jay Shah and Sri Mahajan Ravindra. Mahajan Ravindra did his MTech in DFE from IIT, and he is having his own large firm, Neological Engineers Private Limited, Pune, where they provide all the solutions for milk, dairy, and processing. Milk, dairy, and processing. Any solution, whether it is a machinery, unit, technical know how, technical advice, project report, everything. And Believe me, how many engineers he is having? He is employed. Then the last is Dr. Moreji, my best friend. He was the dean of the Dr. Dr. Anna Sahib Shinde College of Agriculture, Engineering and Technology, Rahuri. He is BTech from Rahuri, MTech from IIT Kharagpur, PhD from Canada. He was a recipient of Rotary Scholarship. He is a scientist. He was a scientist. He is a academician, provided services to the MPKV Rauri for so many years, and now he is a successful entrepreneur as a agro food products in the Rauri itself. So what else you want to know? If you want to start anything in food processing, don't worry about the qualification. Just decide, determine, dedicate, and the success will be with you. Just for your knowledge, if you the SWOT analysis, many times we talk about this, so I thought that why not to tell you the strength of the country, major producer of several agricultural food items. Weakness, only less than 10% of that is processed. Opportunities, demand for processed food items is increasing, not only in India, all over the world. Greater value addition, lower wastages, more employment. Threat, product cost, you have to work on the product cost, because what product you are going to sell, it shall be feasible so that you can make a profit from it. So the cost of production shall be as less as possible without losing the quality, without losing the product quality, because by quality and the cost your product is going to be sold, whether it is in a domestic market, national market, or international market. And when you are in these things, you are having a competitive, your product shall be very you must have a competitiveness, because there are so many other countries, other persons are in the processing, small fish, large fish, they are all in competitions. So you need to develop the competitiveness. And the best example of the competitiveness for your immediate understanding is the Sahyadri Farmers Producer Company in the country. Nobody can compete them as far as the quality is concerned, as far as the cost is concerned, because it is a farmer producer company. Farmers are involved, they need to be part of that company, and through that they are the part of the company, so they work for the quality, they work for the competitiveness, and they don't compromise for any of the thing. So to summarize, I just want to tell that career can be defined as the sum total of decisions that direct your educational, social, economical, political, and spiritual endeavors. Here, the meaning of the endeavor means your efforts, your efforts to achieve that goal, your decisions to achieve, to reach to that goal, and that shall reflect your unique personality characteristics and basic life values. When the moment we say the basic life values, you have to be very ethical and all those things. Food processing is defined as transforming agricultural products into food that are in the consumable form, or transforming one food item into another by adding value to it. India is a major producer of several agricultural and food items in the world, but only less than 10% of that is processed. So you can look here this as an opportunity. Demand for processed food items is said to increase in India in the coming years, providing opportunities for greater value addition, lower wastages, and alternative employment opportunities. And I want to conclude that food processing is a sunrise sector. Sun has just started to rise here compared to the other industries. So food processing is a sunrise sector, and this has been told by so many others from the other part of the world, and based on these it has a abundant opportunities to make the money, to make the career, to make your livelihood, to help the nation, to help the people, to help the human being as a whole. Thank you all. I would like to extend my thanks to Dr. P. N. Rasal, Associate Dean.
Thank you very much, sir. Now
Just
I request to participants please ask questions through
wait. I have
chat
not
box.
finished it. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Let me finish, then I will give you a chance.
Okay, okay, sir.
Let me extend my thanks because of this team. I could able to interact to you all. So I would like to extend my thanks to Dr. P. N. Rasal, Associate Dean, Dr. M. C. Ahire, Associate Dean, Dr. S.T. Gorantiwar, PI of this very large project of the university, co-convener Dr. B.B. Uh, Thackeray, organizing secretary Dr. B.M. Balerao. In addition to this, joint organizing secretaries Dr. V.S. Patil, Dr. M.R. Patil, then training coordinators Dr. Shubhangi Ghadge and Dr. S.A. Denge. I am really thankful to you all for providing this opportunity, and special thanks to all the participants. Because of you, I could able to make prepare this lecture, and I got the opportunity to interact with you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Best of luck to all of you. I will be happy any one of you could enter into the era of food processing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Some questions from participant
Ah.
side, sir. Now I request participants, please, any questions regarding lectures, please ask through chat box.
Anybody?
Yes, sir. Sir, some there is a one question, sir. Sir, as we could see near about 76% newly introduced products face failure due to many reasons.
Hmm.
What remedies would you suggest to avoid this failure and continue?
Okay, but the question is very vague. I don't know which products, which quantities, what. Shall I answer?
Bhushan, what please? These questions which product related, please.
Where is the failure? Hello?
Yes, sir.
I just want to guide the participants. Don't ask the questions like a journalist. He doesn't have to do anything. He asks the questions for the others. You ask the questions the way you are feeling that where something is missing and you want to get clarified. It will be beneficial to all. Or I can answer your question. For example, see, when you are running any business, you have to pay attention to the each and every action step as a manager. For example, many of the sugar factories, they are in a loss. They are not in a loss because of there is a problem in the processing. They are in a loss because they put lot of overheads on it. So when you are running any business, you have to know that what amount you are having, how much you are spending, and how much you are going to get from it. Can I see the questions on the screen so that I can answer?
Yes, sir. You, sir, directly so in the chat box, sir.
Okay, let
Bottom.
me see where the
There
chat.
is
Shall I? Uh,
slide. Okay, sir. Stop your slide sharing. Sir. Okay, sir.
uh, where it is?
There
Chat
is a
box.
bottom
Yeah,
side
yeah,
chart.
yeah. Okay, okay. Okay. Sir, as we could see, near about 76% newly introduced products face failure due to many reasons. What remedies would you suggest to avoid the failure and continue? Right. For example, you need to know why these products are faced, because many of them, they don't do the feasibility study. As a dream state, I want to start a processing of tomato, so I just see that lot of tomatoes are there, I start the industries. I don't study the raw material, supply of raw material, price of raw material, marketing, where I am going to market. Suppose you produce the product, and you see that when you take your product to sell any of these, they just try to buy it in a half price. How you can afford to that? So you have to do the study before starting any entrepreneurship. Before starting any entrepreneurship, there are so many different things, different tips, different tools, different techniques, different trainings are available to start any entrepreneur. Any other? प्रश्न काही दिसत नाही इथं काही.
Okay, sir.
भूषण वाघने प्रश्न विचारला ना.
Yes, sir.
अजून कोणी?
प्रशिक्षणार्थ्यांना काही प्रश्न असतील करिअरच्या संदर्भात इन टर्म्स ऑफ ॲग्रो प्रोसेसिंग त्यांनी जरूर विचारावं.
विचारलं तर मला फार आनंद होईल. चुकीचा असला तरी चालेल प्रश्न. रसाळ साहेबांना काय विचारायचं असेल?
नाही सर, मला विचारायचं काही नाही. खरं म्हणजे तुम्हाला धन्यवाद द्यायचे की तुम्ही खूप छान सांगितले, त्यामुळे मुलांना काही प्रश्नच राहिले नाही.
काय काही समजलं नाही म्हणून पण नाही राहिले.
नाही नाही नाही, समजण्यात की आमचे मुलं हुशार आहे, त्यामुळे त्यांना सर्व समजलं असेल.
नाही, आय एम जस्ट सेइंग अदर पार्ट.
जे मुलं इंटरेस्टेड आहे तेच फक्त ऐकतात, त्यामुळं अडचण काही नाही. ते फार सिन्सिअरली पूर्ण 2 तास ते ऐकत होते. आणि तुम्ही इतकी माहिती दिली, त्यातल्या त्यात प्रामुख्याने जे टॉप 10 एंटरप्रेन्योर सांगितले, आणि निश्चित त्यापासून त्यांना प्रेरणा मिळेल आणि ते स्वतःचे व्यवसाय सुरू करतील यात मला शंका नाही.
मी म्हटलं ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीसाठी त्यांना सक्सेस स्टोरीज जर दिसल्या तर अकॅडमिक लेक्चर पेक्षा ते बघतील त्या लोकांकडे, आणि पॉसिबल आहे, शक्य आहे.
ओके सर, shall we proceed, sir?
Yes, yes.
Now I request to Dr. P.N. Rasal, sir, for closing remarks.
So thank you very much to all, and I personally thank Dr. Thakur sir for giving very fine keynote address to our students, and especially when you mentioned regarding the top 10 entrepreneurs, and those all are agricos, especially Sahyadri Agro, then Universal Star, Praveen Masale, AV Boilers. Actually, this AV Broilers, we also kept lecture of Sri Krishna Gangude 2 days back. Thermal Seeds, Nihara Agro. So all these stalwarts in this entrepreneurship, really it is very boosting to our students. And I'm sure the thing which you mentioned, that only the student, they should decide and dedicate. Once they decide and they dedicate in this entrepreneurship, success is surely with them. So sir, on behalf of university and on behalf of myself, I really thank you for delivering very nice lecture to our students. So thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, and nice to see you back to the Rauri. I am happy.
Thank you.
And I hope that the students will have a lot of benefits from this dynamic and sincere leadership.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I request to Dr. V.S. Patil, sir, Student Welfare Officer and Associate Professor, Department of IWM, MPKV Rauri, to propose vote of thanks.
Sir, I am very much thankful to Dr. Thakur, sir, as he highlighted whatever the successful entrepreneurs from agriculture faculty, and also all of these 3 opportunities, that is, we can say job, business, and also a self-employment, so that agriculture graduates can generate the employment for the others one. Sir, very much. I am very much thankful to on behalf of PGI, CAST team, and also MPKV Rauri. Thank you, sir, once again. And I am also thankful to Dr. P.R. sir, who encourages us time to time for conducting such type of webinars and his valuable guidance. And I am very much thankful to Dr. S.B. Kharbari sir, Associate Dean, College of Agriculture, Nandurbar. He's participated in this webinar also. I am thankful to Dr. Gorentevar sir, CAST team, Dr. Shubhangi Ghadge, Dr. Sevak, Dr. Patil sir, and for making such valuable this webinar. Those who involved directly and indirectly for making successful for today's webinar. Thank you one and all. And last, without participant, we cannot make successful. So I am very much thankful to participant also. Thanks to one and all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request to Dr. Subhangi Ghadge, madam, for further announcement.
Thank you, Seva. Our tomorrow's session will start at 10:30 and topic is employment opportunity in agrochemical business. And speaker is Mr. Narendra Rane, Chief Operating Officer, Indophil Industries, Mumbai. Thank you.